Well, I don't see a drop of blood anywhere. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and guess what? This is a hunting video, and there will be a dead animal on this video. So apparently I'm supposed to tell you guys. We're going to talk about a few things today. Like the other day, I posted a video that was like an hour and a half long. It had a thumbnail of 3 dead deer that my kids had harvested on the thumbnail, and it was titled something like an hour and a half of hunting big bucks. And I had a few people upset with me because they didn't expect to see animals, deer, being shot. So today, my daughter in this video harvested a deer, but I want to tell you about it. I want to tell you the story because I think it's important. I think education and educating people on different ways of life is important. And let's start by saying this. The only difference in this that came from a store, this is pork chops, stuffed pork chops, really good stuff that was store-bought, okay? The only difference in this and what you see behind me there is I know where my gut pile came from. When you go to the store and you leave comments and you say things like go to the store and get your meat where everybody else does, the only difference is I know where my gut pile started, because this piece of meat right here, this pork chop, these 2 pork chops started with a gut pile, just like the one that's in the back of this Can-Am beside me. That's just the facts of life. If you eat any animal product, it started off as a gut pile. And I know that's hard for some people to understand. So I'm really, honestly, not trying to attack anyone today. I'm not trying to be rude, but I do feel like it's important for me to share just the facts, the stories, and the reasons why we do the things we do. Not just us, but every family that hunts, that brings home meat to feed their family. Every family that fishes, goes out and catches a fish and brings it home and cooks it. I 100% know for a fact that's God ordained. It's in the Bible. It says to pick up your bow and your arrow, go out and harvest game. We are given dominion over the animals. Now, I absolutely love wildlife. I love wild animals. I love domestic animals. I love animals. But part of that is I also eat them. But I'm not going to lie. I absolutely love going out and sitting in the woods and watching nature, watching animals of any kind. It's fun. But we also harvest those animals and bring them home and feed our family. And I'm not going to apologize for that. Now, having said that, yes, my family, myself, my kids, and just about the mass majority of people who hunt, when they go out deer hunting, their goal is to harvest the biggest buck they can. That's just part of deer hunting, and it's part of it's just part of the culture in that whole deer hunting world. It just is, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that either. Now, I do like to harvest some does, and I'm not opposed to harvesting does on a regular basis. Some years we do more than others, and we put those in the freezer just like we put a big buck in the freezer, and then we have a mount done and we hang it on the wall so that we have stories and memories that we can share with our friends. And when I walk in that shop and I've got all those deer heads and all those antlers hanging on the wall, each one of those is more than just a dead animal. It is a memory that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. And part of that is why I video these things, so that I have those memories that I can share with my friends and my family. And most of those deer hanging on that wall in there were killed by my kids and my father and myself, and most of them we did it together. Well, all the ones with the kids, we got to document all of that. And every time I walk in that shop and I see those deer heads hanging on the wall, it's not a sad thing to see that deer head hanging on the wall. It's a memory that I cherish and will for the rest of my life. So that kind of helps explain a few things maybe. And I know, I would say 95% of our viewers are 100% on board with what we do. And I appreciate that. We do get the occasional bad comment. I mean, I have had a lady the other day comment on a picture of the deer that Emily harvested in this video, and basically say it was disgusting and that we needed to go to the grocery store and get our meat because there's plenty there. And we can go on a whole rant about that, but that's not what this is about. This is about hunting and showing that hunting is a tradition. It's a way of life for people. No, do we need to go out in the woods and harvest multiple deer and use that only to survive? No, we can get our meat many places. We can grow them here in our yard and harvest, goats and cattle and all the things. But hunting is a tradition. It's a way of life for millions of people across the world. There's more to it than just providing food for the table, but it also does provide food for the table. And I know not everybody understands that, but I would say probably 95+%, maybe 98% of our audience are on board with it. So we're all good. There he is. I'm hunting a big buck. Yo, my fud. I'm hunting wabbit. There was a big buck walked right down this road, though. He's probably standing in the field waiting on us to get there.
Yeah, and he's gonna run off and next time.
Is there room for two?
Perhaps.
Okay, good. I'll stay. Is it nap time yet?
About to be.
You just woke up from a nap at the house.
Mom made me get up really early.
Okay. It's Thanksgiving break, so really early is anything before 8, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we're going to get settled into this blind. We're back at the Mill Creek place. This season's been tough. I'm not going to lie. Been talking to the neighbors around us, and they're not seeing a lot of deer movement. But I think the rut's starting to wind down. Bucks probably are going to start filtering back in and start getting more of a feeding pattern and be a little bit more patternable. We still have several big bucks on camera, on game cameras, but they're all at night. However, the last couple evenings, I'm starting to see a trend of them getting a little earlier and a little earlier. So all we need is for one to slip up. It could take one hot doe or just one hungry belly. And we'll have a big buck on the ground, hopefully. If not, Emily's gonna be on doe patrol like Houston. All right, Emily and I are definitely on the struggle bus. We sat for 3 hours yesterday, never saw a deer. We're gonna go back to the spot we've been hunting because we went to Mill Creek yesterday because there had been some deer coming in over there, but not here where we've been hunting. So didn't see a single deer yesterday. We decided not to hunt this morning because she had basketball practice. There was 10 does and 2 bucks in this field where we're gonna hunt this evening. Not any giants, but some decent bucks. We don't have anything just huge, mature, giant bucks that we've seen on camera or anything on our game cameras. But that doesn't mean this time of year one won't pop up and show up out of nowhere, because it happens. But I got a feeling if we keep up this pace very long, we're gonna shoot a doe. We need some meat for the freezer, and it's not looking great for Emily killing a big buck this year. But it could happen. It could happen any day. I just think we're probably gonna start on the does. Oh, and I found another use for a cedar tree. Tuck the buggy back up in the cedar trees, and the deer can't see it. Not that they'd even care. I could probably park it out in the middle of this field, and we could walk over to our spot, and they'd be just fine. All right, it's on you. I mean, what are your thoughts on shooting a doe?
I don't care.
Just whatever, huh?
Yeah.
Would you rather shoot a doe or one of these 3.5-year-old smaller-ish 8 points? That's what I like to hear. Let the little bucks grow.
Can't
Shoot a doe.
Small deer.
Can't shoot a small buck, huh?
Yeah.
Not getting made fun of for that.
Yeah.
At least if you shoot a doe, then you're...
It's just a doe.
Listen, if you shoot a doe, then you can say, I'm just doing my part to manage the herd. Hunters in the know, take a doe. When you can't compete with the big boys, you just shoot does and say we're just doing our part for the herd.
Yeah.
It's much better today. If that big buck comes out over there again today, he won't smell us.
Yeah.
I can smell you though. You just took a shower. I bet you used all kinds of foo-foo, smell good stuff too, didn't you? It's a good thing the wind's blowing the right direction.
It's a little bright.
Well, that's a really pretty little 10-point. He's gonna be a giant in a couple of years. He sat out here for 10 minutes maybe, and obviously we could have had plenty of opportunities to shoot, but Emily wasn't gonna shoot that deer. But he could see us, he saw us, and you could tell he knew we were here, but he didn't know what we were. And our wind is kind of hitting us in the face and going this way. And that deer come up, got a closer look, and he circled all the way around us. And when he got downwind, he said, and took off. Because I can smell Emily from here. She took a shower and washed her hair right before we came. The wind's hitting us in the face. We're pretty good there, but after he figured out there was something here, he circled around on us. And he kind of spooked and went back off in the timber. He'll probably come back out later, I don't know, but it's a pretty deer though. It's a different buck. I don't know what deer that is yet, but I can't tell much. It's too far away. Maybe these would help. That's for sure the buck we saw the other night that came in downwind of us and caught us off guard. Tonight, he came in from where I thought he should, and where they all should come from. The opposite side of where he came from last night, or a few nights ago. But I don't think Emily's getting excited. She's pretty picky. Well, our buck moseyed off to our left. And now we got 4 does coming out on the right. I don't know if we'll be able to get through the trees or not here. That may be what we're after tonight. I said that may be what we're after tonight that gets Emily excited.
Oh, I thought you said there's a baby that we're after.
Oh.
Like mom and like...
No, I said that might be what we're after tonight. All right, we got 4 does coming in over here. And 1 coming in by herself. I mean, I'm not picky. But if you want to shoot a doe, I'm good with it.
I'll shoot one, but they kind of got to move.
Well, hey, there's 1 right there.
I'm going to have to turn them on.
I know, but that one's going to get there first, probably.
Sorry, I wasn't even looking at it. I can shoot the other one. Okay. Oh, not even. Oh, here we go.
Which one?
Maybe. No.
Which one?
I can shoot the one in the middle.
That's the small one.
Okay, well, no. It's the only one turn. Okay, I can shoot this one, but you might shoot the other one in the head.
Don't do that.
They're lined.
Yeah, they're lined up.
Oh, there we go. There we go. My ears are ringing. What?
Well,
The other one walked off like it was limping.
huh?
The other one walked off like it was limping. 2 were
I heard 1 crash into the trees. 2 are still standing there. Well, we started off with 3. Actually, we had 1. 2 more came out, so we had 3 does. And Emily couldn't get them. She couldn't get one picked out, couldn't get them lined up. But she shot. 1 doe crashed off into the trees. And the other 2 are still here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. About 100 yards to our right.
Show it.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're looking at something.
It's literally limping. Stop playing. I said it was literally limping.
No, it ain't limping. think our best bet is just to stay put. Since we got 5 does and they're staring off at something, 2 more out here. Plus we've seen 2 really nice bucks this evening. I don't think we need to get up and go find that doe right now. I bet Emily made a good shot. And I couldn't be more excited for her. And you never know, there might be a big buck walk out, because we didn't even spook the deer. That gunshot didn't affect the deer whatsoever. All right, princess, get your hair fixed, get all done up, get your hat back on. Hey, princess, your chariot awaits. Don't be messing up my deer blind now. Are we not gonna get our stuff?
Are we supposed to?
Hey, little Miss White Shoes. Let's see here. Here's where she was standing.
Wait, I should not wear these shoes.
Yeah, you wore the wrong shoes. All right.
There's more.
See if we can find some blood. We know she went straight into the tree somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see a drop of blood anywhere, but that's okay. Because when you can look in the woods and see a dead deer, you don't need a blood trail, do you, Emsky? You didn't shoot the fawn, did you? No, it wasn't a fawn. Nice.
It's so little.
Yeah. I mean, hey, she's a full-grown doe. Don't get me wrong. But our does just they're not huge. I guess I'll get this one for you.
Thanks.
So, just for future reference, Emily, you almost missed. We're aiming more along the lines of right here, not so much here.
You know, it's dead and it didn't go far.
It's dead and it went 15 yards, so you didn't do too bad, but you almost missed. What'd you say? What?
Show that side.
Show that side.
Yeah.
Show the perfect exit wound.
Talking crap over here.
It sure did. It's weird how it went in low and come out perfect. But hey, can't complain. Dead deer, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Huh? Did you say she had eye boogers?
Yeah.
All right, Emily. Appreciate that. Put some meat in the freezer. Passed on some really nice bucks. Let those guys grow up and be giants next year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she's small enough. You could probably just pick her up, put her on your shoulder, and just throw her in the back of the buggy for me.
Well, I probably could, but I'm not.
Oh, you did great. You did good, and we appreciate her life. So as you can see, Emily passed on 2 really nice bucks. And I posted a picture on Instagram and put a poll on there. And I think it was like 70% of the answers, people said that they would shoot, not pass that buck. And that was the smaller buck. We had the bigger buck come in after that, 2 really pretty deer. But I was super proud of Emily. I couldn't be more proud as a father that's taught my daughter to hunt, because we're more into managing the wildlife. And our goal, especially Emily's goal, is to harvest a mature buck. The hardest animal in the woods to kill is that mature old white-tailed deer, because he's not stupid, he's smart. And she passed on 2 deer that 77% of our audience said they would have taken. And to see those bucks walk out and her watch them and, you know, look through binoculars and study them and go, that's not what I'm here for. That made me really proud. So after that second buck came in and we watched him for 20 minutes, I said, what do you think about shooting a doe? And she was like, let's do it. So over the years, Oklahoma's really changed their theory. The Oklahoma Wildlife Department's changed their theory on doe management, herd management. And, you know, we do a lot of things to actually manage the herd, to make our property more valuable for the wildlife. So all the food plots and, you know, harvesting certain trees and leaving the oak trees and leaving, you know, getting rid of cedar trees and all of that stuff. But the Wildlife Department, back when I was a kid, not so many years ago, we had doe days. Like in Oklahoma, it was either the first or the last day of rifle season was doe day. So you had all season or whatever to harvest a buck or two or three. And you had certain select days you could harvest a doe. Well, nowadays, they've really changed the rules. You can only kill 2 bucks throughout the whole season between archery, muzzleloader, rifle, everything. But you can harvest, like, I believe up to 6 does. Maybe it may actually be 8 if you don't harvest the 2 bucks. I don't know off the top of my head. We don't harvest that many per person, but there's no doe days. It's every day you can harvest a doe. And so as these does started coming in, and Emily was like, yeah, let's shoot a doe. That makes me proud as a dad, as a father who's taught my daughter to hunt. She sees the importance of letting those young bucks grow and mature and harvesting a few does. And the does fill the freezer. They taste probably better, honestly, than those old bucks do. And it's good to see her not shy away from taking an opportunity to harvest a doe. And that doe came in by herself. She was there for 10 minutes probably by herself, and then 2 others came out, and Emily made a great shot. The deer went about 15 yards into the timber and died. So, you know, within 3 to 5 seconds of the shot, the deer was expired. It's how it's supposed to be, textbook. You know, Oklahoma Wildlife Department, like I said, has changed everything in their theories and how we manage our herd, our deer herd, because we have literally millions of deer in Oklahoma, and they want to push more to, you know, harvesting some does, letting those young bucks grow, giving more people the opportunity to harvest a good, really nice buck. And now, you know, they kind of come up with this slogan, hunters in the know, take a doe. And so this year, Houston's harvested 1 buck between our whole family. Only buck killed is Houston's one that he shot back there with his crossbow. And we're up to 3 does. 2 were donated, 1 to a good friend of ours, 1 to my in-laws, and now we put 1 in our freezer. So I'm sure we'll probably thin out a few more does before the season's over. I've got a buddy that's wanting to put some meat in the freezer. He may come take a doe or 2, so I'm sure there'll be many more adventures. And now I have a turkey and a dog on the back of the buggy. We're working on some stuff with Gemma, the little miniature dachshund. Houston's wanting a deer tracking dog. And I said, we've already got one. So we're going to work on that some. We'll probably video some stuff with that. I've harvested several pieces of that doe that Emily shot and saved a lot of pieces of the hide and different body parts so we can make some tracks for Gemma to chase. Got our mini bloodhound on the trail, doing some training. Let's go, Gemma, find the deer. Where's it at? Let's go, Gemma, find it. Don't worry about Charlie over there. Charlie. She is not even a little bit interested in that. I think she's on the trail, Houston.
Yeah.
You think she can find it?
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, Gemma, where's the deer? Where's the deer? Good girl, Gemma. Look at you. Look what you found, Gemma. You got it. You got it. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Good girl, Gemma. You found that deer. Yeah, you did. Did you find it? You gonna let me have it? Can I have that deer? Is it yours? Oh, yeah. You're tough, aren't you? Good girl. Probably not gonna be doing much tracking with old Earl here. He's more of a tag-along buddy. Oh, Gemma's protecting her kill over there. So anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.